Hello everyone, welcome to GPF Education. It's been so long ever since I did a video for you guys. So there was actually a video that I did on this story, A Man of Awesome Power, but unfortunately I lost it. Yeah, so I recorded with my brother's phone and I accidentally deleted it myself, so that is my fault. And now I have to go back and do it again. So I read this story long time ago, like 2 months or 3 months ago. I can't remember when. But the good thing is I made some notes. So we are going to be sharing or interacting using the notes, right? Yeah, and I still have the book right here. It's A Silent Song and Other Stories. So this is the first story in this anthology. Yeah, so let's talk about this guy who is Tayyib al-Mahdi. That is the main character of the story. So the story, A Man of Awesome Power, was written by Nahuib Mahfouz from Egypt. This is an Egypt author. He came up with this interesting story about this guy, Tayyib al-Mahdi. So he had believed that his mission in this world had come to an end. So, and he had a generous health insurance and a more than adequate pension. Yeah, he lived in a beautiful mansion in Nasri City that he had been gifted for his brilliant service abroad, right? As you can see in the story, I'm very sure you've read it. And if you haven't, please go and do that before you listen to us. Yeah. Yeah, so Tayyib had 4 daughters who are all married. So since he had already retired, there was nothing much left for him to do rather than spend his evenings with his wife, Ania, and watching television, and reading newspapers, and also listening to the radio channel devoted to the Quran. So this guy, Tayyib, had no idea what the future had in store for him. But one night, a man of radiant appearance, wrapped in a snow-white robe, came to him in a dream, and in a kind tone, the apparition told him, "From this moment onward, and for as long as God wills, you shall have the power to tell something be, and it will be. So do with it what you please." Can you imagine someone came out of nowhere in your dream and told you that now you've been given the power to tell anything to be or something to be, and it will be? So, for instance, if you have been so hungry, and it's very unfortunate for those people who come from very poor backgrounds that they cannot afford a meal, I know the first thing that you could have said is, "Please provide me with a huge meal the size of a mountain that you cannot even finish," right? Yeah, hunger is bad. But yeah, so Taib was given this power to tell something to be, and it will be so. The dream recurred on the following night and many nights to follow. He kept the secret about the dream to himself, not even telling it to his beloved wife. So, however, one evening while he was watching a discussion on the first channel on television, he mentally demanded that the TV to change to the second channel. And it instantly changed from channel 1 to a foreign film on channel 2. When that happened, Tayyib was seized by conflicting emotions of fear and elation. You can imagine, you just demand a TV channel, you don't have any remote control. In your mind, mentally, you just tell it to change from channel 1 to channel 2, and abruptly, tap, in one instance, it does that. Yeah, you can get conflicted with emotions of fear and elation at the same time. So Tayyib was not immune to this as well. So he kept commanding the TV to change from channel to channel and ordering the chairs in the room to rise and return to their original places until he was sure of the miracle that had befallen him. So this new gift of an extraordinary power made him realize that his purpose in the world was not yet fulfilled. Indeed, it had not even begun, because great things were going to happen in future. Now that I have this awesome power, I wish I was given that power. I don't know what I could have done with it, but I believe, yeah, you could have done a lot, but a lot better be good than bad, right? Yeah, so Tayyip has a new power and he utilizes it both for good and for bad. And remember, as they say, power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. So Tayyip, while heading to the cafe, start using his power as written by the author, right? So he hits back at a taxi driver who ignores him by wishing him an accident. So you see this, he has already started using his power, and the first thing that he did with it after going out there in public is commit a bad thing. So this was evil from Tayyip, because he said, I mean, the taxi driver might have not even seen him, but he's like, do you know what I possess right here, you useless taxi driver? And you want to ignore me? No, I'm gonna wish an accident upon you. And that is what he did. You see, the power was already starting to corrupt him. And this is the first time he's gone to the public with this power. Don't do that when you have power over something. Don't use it badly, folks. All right? Yeah. So the other thing that he did was he also caused a man who had physically slapped a woman in a bus to suffer stomach cramps. I mean, that is a good thing to do, because this guy was assaulting another woman in a bus who was helpless, I believe. But wishing him stomach cramps? Damn, that is crazy. And that must have hurt, because I remember the way ladies cried during their periods. Yeah, those stomach cramps, they say something else. You don't want to experience that. So the cramps were so bad that the bus stopped until an ambulance came to fetch the guy. And he did some good deeds, such as filling a gaping portal, locking an electricity bottle that was dangerously open, removing a pile of rubbish that he trips on, and draining a splashing sewer water that was flooding an alley. I mean, and now all these good things convinced many people in the neighborhood that a genuine outright Renaissance awakening had struck the I think I got this one wrong right here. So this good things convinced many people in the neighborhood that a genuine outright Renaissance awakening had struck the state, or rather where they lived, right? But yeah, Tayyip went ahead to use his power in many different ways. He also attacked the media by causing one radio announcer to suffer massive sneezes after making an announcement that gave false hopes. And furthermore, Tayyip orders Suleiman Bey al-Hamalawi. Damn, these names are difficult to pronounce sometimes. A political leader who had evaded tax for a long time, to go and pay what he owed. But as it usually happens, something must kill a man, and you know what that is? Among other things, it might be alcohol, but there's this one thing that must kill a man. And by killing, I don't mean literally killing a man, but there's this thing that since time immemorial, or in the history of mankind, I mean, apart from alcohol, gambling, and all that, it must be a beautiful woman. So you know what happened to Tayyip? I know you've already read the story, but yeah, let's go through it. So Tayyip was busy planning to effectively utilize his power, right, for the good of all sectors in the country. But then now this moment arises. He noticed a beautiful lady or a woman at the entrance of the tea garden. She was so gorgeous and enticing, and she sat next to him. He was perplexed with the beauty of this lady that he remembered. Wait a minute, I wasted all, or rather, I wasted and lost my youthful years without spending time with beautiful ladies. Now I have a chance to correct this mistake that I made a long time ago. So, do you know what Tayyip did? He went ahead and used his ability or this power that he was given by God to satisfy his desires for her. Yeah, so he used this power to trick the lady and was intimate with her and did all these things. And he's like, yeah, this is what I should be doing with this power because I missed my youthful years doing these things that I was supposed to do and missed my chance of having beautiful ladies. Now that I have this power, you people must know that Tayyib is in town and is a youth, not old, not retired anymore. Even if I've retired from my work, is one thing that I haven't retired on doing, and that is chasing beautiful ladies. But as it goes, everything in this world has its consequences, and most of the negative ones. And they come bitter. They're so bitter when they hit you. They don't even, I mean, they come with a big force that you can't even recover from them. So you know what this did to Tayyib? So their intimacy costed him his incredible power. So the story ends with a sad realization because the power was gone and Tayyib was to experience sad. He was always sad until the day of his death because now you had a power that could have done a lot of great things and that could have done you good in all your life, but you decided to use this to lure women and then now go to this dark side of life. And yeah, as it always happens, the power pep was taken away from him, and he was a sad man till the time, or rather, till until he died. Yeah, yeah. So this is a lesson to us, and you as students. I believe you're still in high school. You should know that the power that you've been given doesn't have to be the same as Tayyib's power. You might be someone who has been given the authority over other students, or rather, you are the chairman, the head boy, the class secretary, any other form of authority that you've been given to other students or to other people in the society. Always remember that that comes with a great responsibility. You have to be very careful on how you use it, or else it's going to bite you in your butt, and you don't want to do that. You don't want that, right? So always be careful when you have a power, or rather you are powerful in society or in school or in any place that you go than others. Do not use them to ruin their lives or maybe take an advantage of them. Always remember that you should be responsible with the power that you have, because with great power comes great responsibility. Subscribe, like, share, and take care of your lives. Yeah, you need it.